Students, whatever homework is given to you, you have to submit it on the very next day between 8 am to 1 pm to the given WhatsApp number, and it is compulsory to submit your homework as your attendance will be marked on the basis of your submission.
Good morning, children. Today we are going to start with another chapter, that is circles. It's a geometry portion, and how much portion is going to be included in your board exam, that much only I am going to include in this topic. Clear for you, children? Now, what is meant by circle? What is circle? 9th standard already have learned about the detailed study of circles. What is a circle? It's a collection of points. That collection of points, how it should be? In a plane which are at a constant distance from a fixed point. Which are at a constant distance from a fixed point. That means if you have taken a point, and from this point at a constant distance, if you are collecting a set of points, okay, that set of points will constitute a circle. Clear for you? So this point, that means this fixed point, it is known by the name center of the circle, and this constant distance, it will be called by the name radius of the circle. I think so already you have understood this one, the previous class also. Circle means a collection of all points in a plane which are at a constant distance, that is called by the name radius, from a fixed point, that is center. Now, related to this circle, so many terms already you have understood. Which are they? What do you mean by radius? What do you mean by center? What's meant by diameter? What's a chord? What's a sector? What's a segment? Etc. This all detailed study you already done in the 9th standard class. Okay? There is no, I am not going to talk about in detail that all things. Here, we have to first of all understand that what is a circle. Now next one, radius. You know that this constant distance is called by the name radius, and this fixed point is known by the name center of the circle. Suppose if you have drawn a circle and a line in the plane, okay, circle and a line in the plane, how many possibilities can be occurred due to that? That means one circle I have drawn and one line also I have drawn. So this way it can come. This is the case number 1. And second case, it can become like this way. Okay. And third one, case 3, it can become like this way. What's the various possibilities you can see here? That here I have drawn circle, 3 cases, circle and a line in the plane is given. Both are in the same plane. How many possibilities you can see? What are the various cases you have seen that? First case, one circle is there and that line is also there in the same plane, but they are not intersecting. And second case, what is that? Circle is there, but the line is going to be intersecting at 2 points. Okay? Line is intersecting circle in 2 points. And this case you can see that the line is intersecting at a single point. Clear for you now? And this case, this is a non-intersection. That means this circle and this line is not intersecting. That means it is a null set. In this case, the intersection of this point and this circle is 2 points. Which are they? A and B. And this case, this line is going to touch at a single point. Now, what about this line? This line you can denote by one special name, that is called the secant of the circle. That means when a line in the same plane of the circle which touches the circle in 2 points, that is known by the name secant of the circle. Now, what about this case? This line is touching the circle in one and only 1 point. What you will be say about that type of lines? That is known by the name tangent to the circle. Tangent. Clear for you, children? So now in this chapter we are going to describe about the special properties of tangent, what is the definition of the tangent, and in terms of some theorems we are going to see some special properties or characteristics of the tangents related to a circle. Clear for you? So there are three possibilities already we have done. One is that the line does not intersect. Second one, line will intersect the circle in 2 points. Third one is that line touches the circle in one and only 1 point. Then what will be the definition of tangent to a circle? Now obviously you can see that. What is a tangent to a circle? Tangent to a circle is a line that intersects the circle at one and only one plane and only 1 point. And the condition is that the line and the circle should be in the same plane. Then only it will be possible. So tangent means it's a line which should touch the circle at one and only 1 point. Clear for you children? Therefore, what is the definition of the tangent? Now some more characteristics you have to see in this about this tangent now. Now let us see about the definition of the tangent. In this chapter we are totally describing about the properties of the tangent only. Now what is tangent? Already I discussed with you. Tangent to a circle is a line that touches the circle in one and only 1 point. When circle is given, this is the point where this line is touch the circle. Now you know that there are so many points are on the circle. Is it right? So many points are there on the circle. And where it is touching, the tangent is touching at one and only 1 point. This point is called the point of contact. Okay. What is the name of that one? Point of contact. That means this circle is touching by this tangent at a single point. Therefore, that point is called the point of contact. So, if you are taken a point, 1 point on a circle, there will have only one tangent. Is it right? If I taken the point A over here, there should be a line which passes through this point and which will be a tangent also. Now, there is only one tangent at a point. That means if a single point is given, you can draw only one tangent at that particular point on the circle. Second one point is that there are infinitely many points. Circle, how many points are on this circle? Therefore, we can say that circle can have infinitely many tangents at different points on the circle. That means 1 point, only one tangent. But there are infinitely many points are on the circle. Therefore, what you can say that infinitely many tangents you can draw for a circle if the point is not mentioned. Clear for you? And this point also you should learn these all points. You should keep it in your mind. And now let us move to the exercise. First exercise, simple exercise only. Exercise 10.1. Look at the question. How many tangents can a circle have? Look, here it is not given, which any point is not given. That means you know that infinitely many points are there on the circle. Therefore, what you can say that how many tangents will have? It will have infinitely many tangents. What will be the answer for there? Infinitely many tangents can have for a circle. Now, our second question, some fill in the blanks is given that a tangent to a circle intersecting dash point. So, what will you say that tangent is already we have written that tangent will intersect the circle in how many points? 1 and only 1 point. But second one is that line intersecting a circle in 2 points. That means a circle is drawn and a line is drawn which is intersecting the circle in 2 points. And what will be called by the name of this line? I already mentioned you that is called by the name secant. This is a tangent and this is a secant. Okay, secant of the circle. A circle can have dash parallel tangents at the most. Dash parallel tangents. That means how many tangents can draw parallel? So you can see here that if a circle is drawn, okay, and how many parallel tangents? That means I have drawn one tangent here at this point, one tangent here. Okay, so we can say that how many tangents can have parallel? It should have 2, at most 2 parallel. Now the common point of a tangent to the circle is called what? The common point of tangent to the circle is called, I already mentioned you that, what is that? Point of contact. Now, next one is that sum only. And before that, I have to explain you about one theorem. What is that theorem? Statement is that a tangent to a circle. Theorem, it is given that, theorem number 10.1, a tangent to a circle is perpendicular to the radius. Tangent to a circle is perpendicular to the radius drawn through the point of contact. Perpendicular to the radius drawn through the point of contact. Through the point of contact. This theorem application is now next to. Okay. So what's mentioned here that one tangent is given for this circle. Suppose this is a tangent. Okay. Now this is a point on the circle. Therefore we can say that this PA is a radius. Obviously. So right. PA is the radius at the point of contact. Now what is telling here that tangent to a circle is perpendicular to the radius drawn through the point of contact. That means at the point of contact, the radius you have drawn, that will be perpendicular to this tangent. Clear for you children? That means a tangent to the circle is perpendicular to the radius drawn through the point of contact. Now its application is given in the exercise 10.1, that question. Look at the question that a tangent PQ at a point P of a circle of radius 5 cm. That means here the tangent is given that PQ, but the point of contact is given that point P, and center is here given that O, and point Q such that OQ is equal to 12. OQ is equal to 12. That means P is the point of contact. OQ is given that 12. Length of PQ, that is the question. That means OQ is given 12. Now understood the question? That means one circle is given, center is O, and one line PQ is given, that is a tangent which is touching. The point of contact is also given. What is the point of contact? P. Now this distance is given that OQ distance is given that 12, and OP distance, that means radius, is also given that 5. So what is the question here that how can you find out the length of the PQ? That is the question. So obviously you can see here that this is a right angle triangle. Is it right? It's a right angle triangle, and which one you will apply here that here you will apply which theorem? Which theorem you will apply? You will apply the theorem of Pythagoras, because it's a right angle triangle. So already we know that this line is perpendicular. That means the radius is perpendicular to the tangent. Tangent at the point of contact. So in triangle, which one? OPQ. We can say that in triangle OPQ, OQ square is equal to OP square plus PQ square. Is it right? Therefore, what do you have to find out here that PQ square you can find out the OQ square minus OP square. Is it right? What is OQ square? 12 square. 12 square minus 5 square. That means 144 minus 25. That means how much you will get that? 119. That is PQ square. So PQ will be is equal to how much? Root of 119. So options are given here that 12, 13, 8.5 and root of 119. Which one you will write? You will write that root of 119. Now understood the question children clearly? Here we have applied the application of the theorem. What is the theorem? It's a statement is that tangent to a circle is perpendicular. Tangent to a circle is perpendicular to the radius drawn through the point of contact. This is the point of contact. This is the radius. This will be perpendicular to the tangent. So according to the Pythagoras theorem, you will have that answer. Now look at the last question of that one. Fourth question. What is the fourth question is given that draw a circle and two lines parallel to a given line such that one is a tangent and other is a secant of the circle. That means exercise 10.1, last question of that one, fourth question. Here one circle is given and one line is also given. Okay, and you have to draw two lines such a way that these two lines will be, both will be parallel. How it will be parallel? One should be a tangent and other should be a secant. So parallel, and also I have drawn here that this line M is parallel to this line L as well as it is a tangent also. Now one more line I have drawn here like this way, N, which is also parallel to the given line L, but it is a secant. Why it is a secant? Because it touches the circle at two different points. Here it is touching the circle at only one point, therefore it is a tangent. Clear for you? Now these are the questions of exercise 10.1, question number 4 also explained. Okay, now in this class we have explained to you about the tangent to a circle, what do you mean by tangent of a circle, and what do you mean by secant of a circle, and explanation of that theorem 10.1. Based on that application of the theorem, one question also we have done in the from the exercise. Now you might have clearly understood that what's a tangent? It's a point line which touches a circle in one and only one point. Secant means it's a line which touches a circle in two different points. And theorem number 10.1. What was that theorem? Here tangent, if it is drawn to a circle, then it will be perpendicular to the radius drawn through the point of contact. So being all these things keep in your mind and do that exercise 10.1 already explained to you, and complete your exercise in your notebook. Okay, see you in the next section. Till then, take care. Bye bye.